Would you give up the person you love, just because his mother begged you to? What if the thing you do for survival, the thing you're most passionate about, is the very thing his family hates? This is the story of a poor girl with scissors in her hand, a millionaire son torn between love and loyalty, and a mother's desperate plea that could have destroyed everything, until the shocking moment when the truth came out. So if you want to know how love, sacrifice, and courage can change lives forever, stay with me until the end, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more heart-touching stories that just might make you believe in miracles again. Amara grew up in a small town with almost nothing to her name. Her father had died when she was young, and her mother worked tirelessly at a laundry shop to keep food on the table. Amara dreamed of being a designer, but the only skill she could master quickly, the only thing that brought her some money, was cutting hair. She worked in a modest salon, her hands fast with scissors, her heart full of hope. She wasn't just good at it, she loved it. Every snip of hair was a chance to give someone confidence. But life wasn't easy. The rich clients who walked in sometimes mocked her. "You'll never go far, girl," they sneered, tossing a few coins on the counter. Still, Amara kept smiling. She knew her worth wasn't measured in coins. Then one day, fate sent Daniel. Daniel wasn't just any client, though she didn't know it at first. He walked into her salon in jeans and a plain shirt, his hair a mess, looking more like a student than the heir to one of the biggest business empires in the city. He sat quietly, observing her as she worked on another customer. Her touch was gentle, her eyes focused, her laugh soft. When it was his turn, he said simply, "Do whatever you think looks best." That was the start of everything. Over weeks, Daniel kept returning. He didn't need haircuts that often, but he found excuses, sometimes just asking her to trim a little or fix the sideburns. Slowly, conversations bloomed between them. He learned about her struggles, her mother's sacrifices, her dreams of one day owning her own salon. She, in turn, noticed the way he listened, really listened, like her words mattered. One rainy evening, after she closed the shop, Daniel offered her his umbrella. Their hands brushed. His eyes lingered. And in that quiet moment, love began. But Daniel hid something. He never told her he was a millionaire's son. He wanted to be loved for who he was, not his money. For months, their love grew in secret, free from judgment. Until the day Amara was invited to his home. She walked into a mansion that made her knees weak. Chandeliers glittered above her head, marble floors stretched endlessly. That's when she realized, Daniel wasn't who she thought. But worse, his mother, Mrs. Evelyn Carter, realized who Amara was. Evelyn had built her life protecting her son from those she believed were beneath their family. When she saw Amara's rough hands, her simple clothes, her scissors tucked into her small bag, her heart filled with disdain. That night, while Daniel was away on a business call, Evelyn approached Amara in the grand kitchen. Her voice was calm, but her words cut like a knife. "Leave my son. You're a hairdresser. Nothing more. Do you really think a girl like you can stand in this house? You'll never be accepted." Amara's eyes stung with tears, but she held her ground. "I love him. That's all I know." Evelyn's lips tightened. "Then prove it. If you really love him, stop cutting hair. Walk away from the thing that ties you to poverty. You're not a wife for my son if you reek of salons and scissors. Quit. Or I will make sure you're gone from his life forever." The demand shattered Amara. Cutting hair wasn't just survival, it was her identity, her art, her dignity. She cried all night, torn between love and passion. When Daniel returned the next day, Amara avoided him, her smile forced. He noticed. He always noticed. "What's wrong?" he asked, but she shook her head. Then one afternoon, Evelyn came again, this time into Amara's tiny salon. She stood there, towering, watching Amara work. Her voice trembled, almost pleading. Stop this. Please. I beg you. If you care for my son, don't drag him into this world of scissors and cheap shops. I've fought all my life to keep him above it. He deserves more. Amara's hands froze mid-snip. A mother's plea is heavy, almost sacred. The weight of Evelyn's words sank deep. Her heart raced. Could she really give up her dream for Daniel's sake? That was when Daniel rushed in, breathless, angry, and shocked. He had overheard everything. "Mother," his voice thundered through the salon. "What are you doing?" Evelyn's face went pale. "Daniel, I was only—" "No," he cut her off. His eyes burned with both pain and fury. "How could you ask her to give up the very thing that makes her who she is? You raised me to fight for what I believe in. And you want her to throw away her gift because of your pride?" Amara tried to speak, but Daniel turned to her, holding her trembling hands. "You're the reason I smile, Amara. The reason I feel human in a world of fake smiles and empty money. Don't you ever let anyone, mother or not, steal that from you." Evelyn's lips quivered. For the first time, she saw not just a poor girl with scissors but a woman her son truly loved. A woman who had given him something no money could buy, real happiness. Tears filled her eyes. She had begged out of fear, not malice. Fear of losing her son to a world she couldn't